Apple, 3 a.m.
I guarantee it. Alright, here it is. Enhance. As we can see, we got the 45 to 55% here. Right. And my takeaway for this is it isn't as bad as I thought it was, really. You know? Like, you got 4 things in red, but 2 of these are really cheating, you know? They're exactly on the line of 55%. I think that's cheating, you know? It's whatever. If you're talking 45, which is right here, to 55.1 or whatever, which is right here, there's only 2 armies above the comfort zone where they're trying to have everybody be, right? There's only 2 armies that are too good. One is a little too good at 57, and one is way too good at 64. They're going to see those numbers and increase Flosh by 100 points. Who? Flosh? The Shelf Man? They're going to increase Glutton's points by a lot. And then Ogre Maw Tribes will go from here to here. They'll fall back in line, don't worry. I do have a complaint about the propaganda-like deception of this particular graph. I don't know how he does graphs normally, but look down here, okay? This is 40%, and this is 39%. Look at the difference here, right? It's like a millimeter, right? And then up here, 42, 43, it's like 2 millimeters. 43, 44, and then 2% is like 6 feet. Okay. And then coloring the 55s red when that's what the top end is. Oh, okay. All right. Not to scale, but maybe a little, we're doing a little vibes, a little suspicious stuff here, but that's fine. I assume this is 55.001 and this is 57.999 or something like, maybe that's why it's 7 times longer than these other ones, but it's fine. Now it sounds like I'm defending Ogre Maw Tribes. I'm not. I just think it's suspicious. But, you know, fine. Alright. Maybe that's how they do it. But, I don't know. I think this isn't as bad as I thought it was. You know, you have 2 armies that are real outliers. And then 2 that are right on the line. Out of like 25. That's really good. Now, what isn't really good is that there are 9 armies that are just drowning below the Goldilocks zone, shall we say. 9 armies being below it that's a lot. That's a lot. That's like a third of the armies. Now, you could say that you remove 14% from here and 2% from here. Sorry, 9%. And disperse it over here, but that's not quite enough either. Remember when Lumineth were not good? Yeah, I do. Yeah. I do remember when Lumineth were not good. I remember when they were really good, too. Blades of Corn is so low is baffling. Blades of Corn being 43 down here. Yeah, I think Blades of Corn is one of the better armies in the game. But these are the numbers. And there's more to it than just a win percentage number on a suspiciously zoomed in graph, right? But yeah. I think Cruel Boys and Blades of Corn are both probably better than this. Same with Skaven, really. But it's tricky to say better than this, right? Like, what does that mean? What does that exactly mean? I love to see Bone Splitters right here. 51%. Let's go. Good work. Where are Beast of Chaos now? Alright. Up maybe exactly halfway point, sure. New AOS confirms no real changes in rules for Skaven and Stormcast from Index to Battletome. Really? I was about to read the thing. That would be humongously disappointing if that were the case. You feel like Muglotkin are better than 42%? Yeah, you know, I mean, somebody's got to lose, right? Beast are 48. Ironjaw Grief. Flesh Eater Chords 39%. Matt Rose main army, he said. Worst in the game. He took one for the team on that, I guess. You wonder how many of the Nighthaunt losses are mirror matches? I would assume that they factored out mirror matches for something like this. Because it's silly. I think it would be silly to show stats that factor in mirror matches when you're comparing the different armies against each other. But I guess I don't know how they arrived at these numbers, so. We still don't know the new rules for the new minis and the new... Yeah, we don't know the new stuff, I suppose. Wasn't it the War Scrolls are the same, but whatever they're calling sub-faction rules are new? We've gotten some vague information about that. There might be just extra sub-factions so that we're back up to 6 or something like that. Unsure. Might as well read the... Alright. Sorry, vampires. New edition of Warhammer Age of Sigmar is out, and the fighting is furious on tabletops all around the world. We've seen a horde of Malodorous, ooh, big word, new Skaven and cohort of elite Stormcast Eternals attempting to hold them back. And we got a glimpse. We got basic troop guy on the covers, which I never liked. I don't like that idea. They told the artist to draw that, and so it's not the artist's fault. This is an excellent rendering of a Stormcast, and this is a really good picture of a Skaven. They're both drawn very well, and their poses feel a lot more natural than the older ones did. But the design restriction was put one basic troop on the cover instead of the coolest looking centerpiece, which was a terrible direction from whoever did that, but fine. Like, okay. Can't blame them. Brave being a great browser but not having dark mode. Yeah, but then again, Games Workshop website should have a dark mode, but it doesn't. I mean, I understand them not. They still sell physical books. So, we can't expect their website to not be 20 years behind. Interior art's looking good. I like how the implication, I don't know this story particularly, but the implication I think is that this guy was there for some great war 400 years ago where this is a statue of him and he's remembering it. Cool. Like, some neat little world building stuff. He's got his compatriots in the background there. The great Narenning. There's a gatefold section explaining which parts of the 8 realms are of particular importance to that faction. Cool. Alright. We have a map for map enjoyers. It doesn't look like it's not like a great map, but I never really understood the appeal of maps, to be perfectly honest, so the map enjoyers are going to have to tell me if they like it or not. Neat. This is a neat picture. Oh, this guy's jumping and hitting King Broad right there. War for the Living City, the defensive Thydria. Map Gang. The Smash Hammer guy smashing Chaos was cooler. It was a more exciting event that was happening, but his pose was awkward. And this is a better drawing. So, I suppose it's whatever you prefer. Do you prefer a higher quality render? Or do you prefer a more exciting scene with some awkward posing? It's really kind of whichever you feel like. This is followed by a deeper section explaining history, heroes, customs, and tactics, written for a more omniscient perspective. Sorry, from a more omniscient perspective, which covers events of great importance. And there's a beast diary, or a bestiary, if you will, which combines art with miniature photography, oozing personality, and iconography, and all sorts of other stuff. Yeah, that's cool. That's nice. I like this picture a lot. This is very nice. I like the lever puller Skaven. We got a backpack one too. This is a great picture. Really like it. More of this stuff, please. Show us the grime of the everyday, right? Big ooze, yeah. Exciting miniature photography. The rules section collects battle traits, battle formations, spell lores, prayer lores, manifestation lores, and war scrolls for every single unit. Probably except the ones they're retiring. But maybe not. They said every single. They said that. Laid out horizontally, but retain all the information. Oh, laid out horizontally. So they can put pictures of the models in the actual war scroll. Okay. I think that's probably a good idea. As long as you can fit everything. Because they really do want to show you the models as much as possible and get you to... You're paging through trying to find some guy, but you don't know his exact name. And you know what he looks like. So, okay. Really just 3 spells still, huh? We don't get the full 6. The edition is just a 3 spell edition. That's a little sad to see. Are they the same? Appear to be the same. Okay. And then are the men the same? Any Stormcast players? Are these noticeably different? Doesn't appear to be. Okay, so it's just that. The admitted copium. Remember when we were seeing the new War Scrolls for 4th, I'm like, this is probably copium, but there's so much extra space on these War Scrolls. Surely in the Battle Tome, they'll get the second half of the abilities they should have, you know? But no. They were actually just making room for model pictures. The units will still be kind of boring and only do one thing, really. Very disappointing. Nope, all same. Are they limiting it because you can take all of them? Hard to say. It's hard to say. Maybe they just can't think of 6. Unknown. Alongside this, there are rules for your faction's spearhead. Yeah, whatever. New armies are renowned, whatever. Actually, not whatever. It might not be temporary, so I guess I have to read this. New armies are renowned give you a new way to play, while regiments of renown will allow you to dabble with army composition tricks. How about a complement of Scryer war machines for your Magnet and Nurgle, or a wing of Stormdrake guards for your Luminath Realm Lords? No, doesn't interest me. I would like my guys to be the best thing that I can play, because I chose that army, you know. There's a Path to Glory section still. Gross. Handful of Apotheosis. Let's go. Hype, actually. Anvil is hype. So there's new Armies of Renown. Interesting. Rules ref. Is this like a one page, this is what your stuff does? Alright, a little Claw Lord here. They put the stuff in a different place. Now it's here. Because they made these shorter, it seems. They don't say what the things do. That's a choice. That's a choice. Not saying what the rules do on the War Scroll card. Isn't that the point of a War Scroll card? Well, yeah, maybe it's on the back. You won't find points in your battle tomes. These will be available as long as you sign up to the app. You get a QR code. It'll be a comprehensive pack of War Scroll cards containing all your heroes, units, monsters, spirit, blah blah. Available to purchase separately. In a smaller format designed to take up less space on the table. I mean, that's real, yeah. Less space on the table, sure. On one side, you'll find your basic stats in Kalawer. And then on the other one, on the reverse, okay, yeah, it was on the reverse, like I thought. It looks like 3 spell lores for Skaven. It is not. It is a spell lore. It is a prayer lore. And then these are just your manifestations. Right. So you... 3 spells per lore, unlike, you know, 6 from before. And 3 prayers like the index, unlike 6 before, and so on and so forth. No fun allowed. Although, you know, if you put the points with a QR code, couldn't you just do that with the rules as well? I suppose then no one would buy the book. But I feel like people have been burned on these books long enough not to necessarily want to buy them anyway. But maybe I'm too fatalistic about it. Each battle tome will also be released as a Gamers Edition. Log in, dude. Alright, log in. Gamers Edition. These are smaller softback editions which contain everything in the larger volumes but in a compact form for use on the tabletop. They are packaged with an expanded set of War Scroll cards that cover everything you need to play. Gamers Edition. There's a small sleeve in the back cover to store the cards. It's a complete package. These are designed for players who regularly attend events and tournaments. And they will be released in limited numbers alongside regular books, okay? Neither the Skaven nor Stormcast Eternals will see their core rules change much between Faction Pack and Battle Tomes. Oof. But subsequent books might bring more substantial changes to battle traits and units. We'll let you know more here on Warhammer Community.
Good job,
Will you?
King.
Ormandius thanks to tier 1. Big subs, let's hope you don't get parried. You didn't get parried. No parrying happened. Neither Skaven nor Stormcast will see their core rules change much. But subsequent books might bring more substantial changes to battle traits and units. Do they mean subsequent books might bring Stormcast and Skaven changes? Or do they just mean future battle tomes might change more for different armies? But you guys are locked in. Skaven and Stormcast. I think what this sentence means is they knew which battle tomes were going to come out early, and so those whatever faction pack was made for the earliest battle tomes was just done, so they just did that. And so if you're coming out probably in the first 4 or 6 of them, then your faction rules are probably locked in. And if you're coming out later than that, maybe there's room to change if need be. Because they do allow us to hold on to the most pathetic kind of hopium here with the word might. But that's disappointing in any case. Damn. That sucks. Smelly Strangler. Thanks for being a first-time chatter. Love the vids. You thought you would join the stream. Nice. Thanks a lot. Just means we lose the rules for free in the app. You mean the rules in the app are temporary? Like, as soon as the battle tome comes out, they actually remove what you used to have access to? Is that how it works? I haven't gotten the app myself yet. But 40k was the same way. That's what they did with 40k. Alright. Alright. That's an awesome way to get me to continue to pirate. Good job. Great work. You know, we have a solution to piracy. John Gabriel Gaben once said, piracy is a platform problem. It's a delivery issue. As soon as you make it basically just as easy to buy something as it is to steal it, most people will buy it. Unless you're absurdly overpriced. Or you could be absurdly overpriced and make it harder. Alright? Wahapedia it is. What, you don't negotiate with people who take your rules hostage, all the Warhammer Plus value? I haven't... There was... Warhammer Plus value. Dude, when they announced Warhammer Plus, I don't think the word value entered into my frontal lobe for even a moment. I'm like, what a ripoff. I'm sure somebody likes it, but yeah, yeesh. Well, I guess I don't have to ever get the app. I was going to maybe do it, but if that's how they're going to do it, then no thanks. We looked at this before, but I'll just show it on screen so that the thumbnail updates on Twitch. Because that's how the professional streamers do it. Look at this dude. We saw this Wednesday. It was so sick. Guy looks great. Really like the chain, actually. Cool looking axe. The bird looks cool. I like the little hood it's got. Little Falconeer's hood. Kinda. Or an executioner. A Falconcutioner hood. I just think it looks neat. I like this thing. Great work. Looks awesome. Big fan. Double smokestacks. Fuck the ozone layer. You think the Combat Patrol magazine is worth? I don't know what that is, but it's a magazine on, like, it's like a physical magazine. If that's what it is, then no. And here's the bird. He's got alternative stuff. Sweet. Oh, cool. There's like a skull head here. I didn't see that before. All these little things, very nice. And they're not printed into it, so you get the freehand if you want to. I appreciate that. I don't like it when they rubber stamp in huge, thick, fake runes into the scrolls. So I like that they haven't done that here. then there's a kind of an awkward pose and a boring face. But I do like the type of weapon. This guy's just a straight downgrade in a lot of ways from the other one. Yeah, these heads are strictly inferior to the other one, as is the weapon. And really the pose, I think. Alright. And we got Lord Celestin, who looks dumb. And yeah, there really isn't a good head option here. They're all bad. We gotta find a new head for all three of these. And the pose is a little weird. Also, what are you holding on to here? Did they Photoshop the weapon out of their hand? What's this? What are they holding on to? Are they just like power fisting? The two weapons don't look great. I think the hammer and shield is probably the better of those, I guess. I don't like it. I really don't like it at all. As much as I really did like this guy, I really don't like this guy. And then the Lord Relictor. Well, okay. It does the thing that I don't like, which, as you can see on the back here, the giant rubber stamp, thick, engraved fake runes, robbing me of the opportunity to put my own freehand runes on it. I don't like it when they do that. And they didn't do it up here, and so I thought, oh, maybe they did down here, I guess. They didn't do it on the other guy, and they don't do it on these, but they did do it on the back one, so I don't like that, but I guess that's kind of a nitpick. Everything else is so sick that he's still like, he's still super good. And you can cover these up with, like, get some liquid green stuff on your thumb and just cover it. Or whatever, sprue goo, yeah, just stuff. You can fill those in and make them flush pretty reasonably. So it's not the worst. He's awesome. And he's carrying a big old skeleton of a saint or something. He's got his own skeleton in his own backpack there, which is awesome. It's got one gemstone eye, a little actually there's a lot of the red gem. They're putting that gem on the hammer. They're putting they're putting little red gems all over the place. I wonder what that means. Right here in between the twin-tailed comet symbol. I'm getting a notable red gemstone theme across the new Stormcast. I wonder what the significance of that is. Maybe it's just oh yeah, up here too. Maybe it's just a doohickey they put onto things and it's not supposed to mean anything, but it got me thinking about it a little bit in any case. Yeah, it was bring your skeleton to work day. So man, he did it. Anyway, this guy's so sick. You gotta use the Dr. Doom over here, for sure. What a great looking model. Huge plus. And then Lord Terminos, who is very busy, but also huge with just a lot of shit going on. I like him. He looks good. As always, the head, well, I shouldn't say as always because this head's sick, but yeah. Not in love with the head, and not really in love with the helmet either. Yet another head swap, but everything else looks very good. His sword is stupidly big, which is funny. I like his Reclusian's steel double face mask thing here. That's a very large hourglass. Dolores, that's his original body he's carrying. Yeah, yeah, he's bringing his own skeleton to work, which is awesome. I really do like that. You got the squid stuff. This guy looks great. You know, I like his preposterously huge sword and everything, but this axe is speaking to me. That's a big fucking axe. And I like his fluffy cape too. You gotta have some fluffy capes. Cape game. Also, look at... Can you see it? Did you see it? Look at the way this is painted. It looks like the sand is sloshing around in the bottom. Isn't that so good? Attention to detail. And we got some Reclusians who look great. And the funny men. The funny men are done up in kind of a like a Super Nintendo. They have a little bit of a just a little guy kind of silliness to them. Which I don't know if I'm fully on board for. I don't know if it's their proportions or what, but they have a little bit of like a I'm just a silly little guy kind of thing. It's supposed to be a dynamic, you know, such a difference between the Stormcast, though. And a return of the Star Soul maces from before. I wonder if they'll function the same. Because the Star Soul maces of before were great. They were awesome. You just rolled a d3 if they hit. Nowadays, I suppose they'll probably do the shit d3 thing. These dudes, they all have capes. They're important enough for cape gaming. Nice axes. Very cool weapons. Nice shields. I don't know why they have the... I guess I don't know why they have the little cutouts in the shields. That would make some kind of sense if they were supposed to line up and they had like a pike or something. It would make some kind of sense, right? But I'm not sure why they have them here. I mean, it looks fine. It's not a big deal. Anyway, Star Soul Macers. And then the Stormstrike Paladers. I don't like the bird horses. Never did. They look a lot better than the older ones, obviously. Really wonderful flowing robes and stuff on them. These dudes riding it don't... I mean, they look okay. Kind of just have swords and stuff. They're just kind of guys. Stormstrike Paladers, I'm not a fan. But you give them a lance and I'm in. I do like that. That's a fine looking lance. Good work. Nice and septangular. The mighty Stormhorn is stupid. Doot cast. That is dumb. And then the portal. You are now cursed with this massive fucking terrain feature. You gotta lug to every event. Have fun. Sorry. Sorry it had to be like this. They have the cutouts on their shield to catch the enemy weapon, probably. Catch the enemy weapon. The shield blocks the enemy weapon. If you're talking about like like an axe swinging and it catches like the handle of the axe, it would like hit them. Hold it in place, maybe? Okay. I don't think it's a big enough deal that I don't like it. I just wondered what it was for, I guess. It's not really a sticking point, I wouldn't say. The airport security scatter. You can have dragons or bird horses. You guess you'll take the dragons, thanks. Yeah, I mean, okay. And then this thing. I forgot about this thing. This thing is so bad. And so was the roadmap itself. This isn't just like the graphic designer. It's not necessarily their fault, although it is. This thing is fucked up, actually. And it makes a lot of no sense looking at it. But they didn't give the person anything to say. The copy they gave them was nothing. This whole graphic can be summarized: Slaves to Darkness are next. That's it. Slaves to Darkness are next. And yes, Iron Jaws and Gloomspite are getting spearheads, finally. IJ for the first time, and Gits for probably an alternative collection of guys in their 3 armies glued together. So I guess that's information too. Iron Jaws spearhead, Gloomspite spearhead, Slaves to Darkness next. Every other word, picture, and empty space on here is a waste of time. It's like writing an essay for school and using 25 font quadruple spaced. It's nothing. Actually sort of embarrassing, and didn't, no dates, no nothing. Trash. Funny how we get a whole edition dedicated to orcs and then we get another focus on them and then don't get any ogre support. Yeah, that's what it is. Are we getting a Heywoah roadmap? Nope. But I don't promise one. My roadmaps are, next week I'll be doing the following streams. And then I tell you the day and the time. And I usually don't cancel them. And that's the best you can get out of me sometimes. All factions in 2025. I don't know if they mean that. By all factions, what do you mean? Spearhead all factions? You mean every faction gets a battle tome this year, so they're releasing like 5 of them every other month? What is it? What do you mean by that? Also, you read left to right because it's English, right? And so we got roadmap 2025 so far, all factions, okay. New edition, spearhead, and you get to the bottom and you realize they're connected. Your eye moves like this, and then you realize they're connected. So what you were supposed to do, I guess, is the roadmap. You're supposed to go top to bottom and then follow the yellow brick road over and then move up. And 2025 is the end, right? It's the horseshoe. What a weird thing. Heywoah roadmap. More streams, maybe more, maybe less streams. Usually more. Sometimes less. It's also in the bottom left, weirdly. And yeah, I guess so. And beyond, more to come in 2025. And then also 2025. This is my passion. Army boxes and spearheads. They have a little picture of all the Grand Alliances. Those still exist. We're good. Get spearhead with Mangler Squig now that he's bad. What do you mean now? Does this mean we get all factions in 2025, as in like from now until 2020, like December 2025 is just every battle tome coming out? It's 2 battle tomes every month for the whole year. They've done something like that almost before, where they just blasted them out. They might be doing that. It's not beyond the possibility. They're going to release every faction in 2025. Yeah, 100% of them. The worst roadmap was Heresy. It said you'll get tanks. The tanks that you knew you were getting before. Hey, alright. Yeah, so this was a bad one. The Skaven one was good because it showed only bangers. Everything was awesome. And then they interviewed the designer guys. And then they fucked off. And it was like a 15-minute show. They're like, look at all this stuff. It's all amazing. It's a lot of stuff. We have Matt Rose on the couch. How awesome is the new Skaven? And then he's like, so awesome. All right. That's it. Peace out. And then the Nova Open was, here's 3 Stormcast units. Everybody else, including AOS, who was looking for a roadmap, you basically got clickbaited. And the talks were very awkward. Anyway, see ya. Like, if you tuned into that, they had the Warhammer 40k logo on the Nova reveal. They had the logo on it. Let's see. It's like a recap of it. I want that. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Nope, that's another one. There we go. This one. Oh, this one isn't going to be the one from Twitter that had... Okay, anyway. They had all the logos for the things they were going to show. And the 40k logo was on it. And you watched the preview, and it was nothing. Like, you got clickbaited by the company. Your Chorf rumor was a Blood Bowl team. I hope that's not true for their sake. Like, Chorf posting is incessant and really annoying as somebody who manages a Discord and stuff. But it would be really painful for those poor people if the Chorf rumor was literally only Blood Bowl and that's it. They aren't actually getting anything for any of the games. I'd feel sorry for him. In a certain sense. James Workshop should have descended from the heavens to end the stream. Apparently it was worse for the people at Nova. They did mention that AOS and Blood Bowl reveals with roadmaps for the other games. When are we getting some new man-eaters? Well, the old ones are probably going away. I hope we get the AOS-ified man-eaters. That'd be kind of cool. I don't want them, but I think Gutbuster players would be kind of excited about something like that. And you know, give them something. Not everything has to be for me, right? As a Chorf enjoyer, you'll take what you can get. Alright, fair enough. And because it's Blood Bowl, they did look a whole lot like fantasy, right? They didn't do an updated thing. It wasn't like a reimagining. It was just very exactly what they're supposed to look like. For better or worse. Vince was mad. Yeah, after my reveal stream, I clicked on, because he was live from Nova, in a room with, I think, Strength Hammer and that one dude that he makes games with, you know, the popular YouTube man, right? And he was like in the middle of a giant diatribe about how shit that thing was that was shit. But it was shit. He was right. And so it was good fun. Also, the picture you want is on row 6 of the noon of all the news, you believe? Okay, so row 6 of all the news. Dude, whatever. I hate this site. The site fucking sucks. It still has this trailer. Doesn't even have a dark mode. It's fine, it's fine. For Old World, we learned more about what is next from the previews on the site the next 2 days than Nova. Can't stop me from playing Jorvs' Dark Oath. Yeah, sure, do whatever you want. 1 hour Vince rant. I should watch it back. Anyway, I'm gonna get up and stretch my legs a little bit. I'm gonna have one hot chip. Go ahead and find yourselves one hot chip. I'll BRB. And we'll do some more content. Because the news wasn't much news. It really wasn't.